Hey everybody, we're going on an off-road adventure today, so stick around. Hey everyone, so welcome back. You're watching Sugano Pro. I'm Gene Sugano, and today we have a special guest. We have my son Jake Cordillion. Say hi, Jake.
Hi.
So Jake has expressed interest in going off-roading, and so today is the day. It's his first time off-roading, and it's going to be an easy trail. It's called the Bird Spring Trail. I'm using the off-road, the Trails Off-Road app, and let's see. We're waiting for my buddy Sean and his ruby blue Jeep Rubicon. And if you don't know already, Sean Kellogg has a YouTube channel. It's called 4x4 Vegan, and you can watch that, and it's some videos about his adventures as well. And there you go. So let's see. Let's talk about some of the things that we're rigged up with today. We have the GoPro Hero 10, which is a suction cup to the window, and we've got a Jake reaction camera. It's the Hero 9. Which is mounted to the window. It's not running yet. And then we've got the GoPro Hero 8 that we can use and carry around and hold out the window if we need to. And then of course we've got the Van True forward dash cam and the rear dash cam as far as all of the cameras go. We have a GoPro Hero 4, but this morning I couldn't connect to it, so it's kind of sketchy because the LCD screen's broken, and the only way you can view it is through your app. But it wouldn't connect, so I decided, okay, we'll just leave that out of the whole picture. And of course we've got some batteries charging up here just in case. Got a lot of batteries. Oh, looks like Ruby Blue is pulling up, and we'll get going on the trail. So Sean is behind us, and Ruby Blue, I don't know if I should refer to him as 4x4 Vegan or Sean. I'm gonna refer to him as Sean because I knew him before he became 4x4 Vegan. Anyway, we're using the Trails Off-Road app. Not sponsored by them at all, but you have to pay a subscription fee. You can use it for free, but it gives you a little more detailed explanations of the trails, so that way you don't get lost. And the sun is pretty bright this morning. Very cold out. According to the truck thermometer, it says it is 36 degrees out. You can see why your mom does not like going on these trips.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna like this.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna give her a headache.
Yeah. A lot of rocks and ruts.
Oh god. Jesus, man.
17 miles of this.
Oh god. Oh.
Jake's first time.
We should have gone to this.
See, this is not that bad. This is like,
this is easy.
still considered on the easy side, right?
What the heck?
So Jake was originally born in the Philippines, and then of course I married his mom by the time he was 15, and then he came to America when he was 15 years old, and eventually became a citizen. And in the Philippines, did they have places like this?
I think yeah, the province area.
Yeah, in the province area. So the Philippines is very tropical. So you probably don't have deserty landscape like this, but you do have probably remote areas that you can only travel on with a 4x4 vehicle. Oh wow, if you look way out there, you see the reddish rock and you see something shiny. I don't know if it's somebody's windshield.
It's like it's hard.
Possibly, yeah. While we're on a relatively smooth area, we'll talk about some of the other things that I've added to the spicy taco since the last time Sean and I went off-roading. That was a long time ago. This is before I got my bumper and winch and the Baja Designs fog lights and the light bar. So I got that on the front, and I guess I'm planning on going in places where I might need a winch. But you never know, right? It's always good to have it, even if you never use it. But you might be able to pull someone else out, or yourself if you are alone. And we also have and the bumper, by the way, is made by 4-Wheel Parts. Again, I'm not sponsored by these companies. I've purchased these all on my own. But we have the Smitty built winch. It's a 10,000 pound winch. And then we have the 4-Wheel Parts rock sliders on the sides of the vehicle that I had early on. And then recently had some bed stiffeners installed. So we have the 4-Wheel Parts bed stiffeners. And the reason why I liked the 4-Wheel Parts bed stiffeners, not because I have everything else on the outside 4-Wheel Parts, but the bed stiffeners go on the inside of the bed as opposed to the outside. And I've seen a lot of bed stiffeners that go on the outside, and it has this little kind of a lip that interferes with the bed, the width of the bed. I mean, it's little, but it can definitely be a problem if you're trying to slide things into the bed of your truck. So I opted for the 4-Wheel Parts one, except it was on back order for a long time. I think like 4 or 5 months. But oh, you know what? Maybe we should look at that. Now it's getting pretty rough again. Oof.
Okay.
Okay, I'm getting pretty hot. What do you think so far, Jake?
Oh my god. This is just a start.
Yeah, this is just the start. But see, this is the cool thing about off-roading. You get to see things that you normally wouldn't get to see, you know, driving from the highway. I mean, you can see it, but this gets you like in there. And if you've ever wondered, where does that road go to? That little dirt road. You can't drive it in your Honda Civic, that's for sure.
No way.
So this is a way to get out and see those places. And there's a lot of places like this. We're out kind of just maybe a third of the way of our trail adventure, and Sean is checking out the bumper and winch on the Tacoma.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice little setup you have there.
Yeah.
Got your dust lights and everything going there.
Yeah, we got the Smitty built winch, 10,000 pound, the 4-Wheel Parts bumper, and the light bar. And the reason why I went with 4-Wheel Parts is because it fit the lines of the existing Tacoma. There's like a black plastic piece that sits in there, and it filled it nicely. And then let's take a look at Sean's bumper and winch setup here. Since the Rubicon came stock with a plastic bumper, he he went with this. It's kind of the same. We got the little bull bar there.
This is a Mopar bumper, which is made by Jeep. And, so it's basically, I like it. It's the same style as the plastic, but it's just all
yeah.
steel.
Pretty cool. And you have a Smitty built winch as well.
Yep.
And synthetic.
Yeah.
So we both have synthetic.
This is the one I had on my old Jeep, and then it's like, I wanted to save a couple bucks, but also carry something over from the old to the new. So.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, hopefully we won't need it.
Yeah. It's pretty nice out here. I mean, it's a little cold. We can see Mount Charleston over in the distance. Some snow over there. And somebody off over there.
Up to that little red rock area. It looks like some cars are out there already.
Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention that I added to the Tacoma is the roof rack. We got a Prinsu roof rack and a couple of storage cases, rifle cases. I don't own any guns, and I never will own any guns, but I have some recovery stuff. I have some snow chains in case we encounter snow, and then some chairs, little tripod chairs, and then on the other side we got some food. But yeah, I like the roof rack. I like how it fits the lines of the Tacoma, as opposed to some of them that look like it's just sitting on top. And then the cases were Eylar or Elar, E-Y-L-A-R. And they're a little cheaper than the Pelicans and the Roams and all of that. And so I opted for those because I figured they're going to get beat up in the sun. Why waste a bunch of money that is just going to get beat up? Also, the nice thing that I got for the trips are these little GMRS radios. They are handy. They have a good range. It's still line of sight, but a little bit better range than some of the regular ones. But you have to have a license for these, and I do have a license, so there's my call sign, WRVD238. But those come in handy, especially when you get into an area where there's no cell service. And Jake's over here watching some videos on Instagram. Now Jake came prepared. He brought his Nintendo Switch with him.
Oh, okay.
I guess he expected to get a little bored while being on the trail. But hey, that's cool.
Hey, always come prepared.
Oh, and we were supposed to have another special guest today. We were supposed to have my son Rain, who I asked last night before I went to the store. I said, "Hey Rain, do you want to go off-roading with us?" He goes, "Nah." And then I got home, and then he came home from the gym, and he says, "Hey, Dad, you have room for one more?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, sure. Why?" He's like, "Oh, well, I was at the gym, and there's a video playing on in the screens there. Some guys off-roading, and looked like fun." I'm like, "Okay." And I said, "We're leaving in the morning around 6:15 or so." And he was like, "Okay." And he was playing, and the funny thing, he was playing video games. He was and he's got his headset on, and I opened the door and said, "Hey Rain." He looked at me. He looked right at me, and I said, "We're leaving tomorrow about 6:15-ish." And he was like, "Okay." And then I went into the next room. I was charging the GoPro batteries and stuff, and then he came in and says, "Dad, what did you say?" I'm like, "What?" And he kind of laughed. I said, you didn't hear a word I said?" He goes, "No." I said, "Oh, we're leaving at 6:15-ish. She goes, "Oh, that's what I thought you said." And so then I got up, and 6:15 passes by. I hear his alarm going off at like 5:45, and I decided to, get the GoPros mounted and stuff, and loaded up the truck, and left a space for him to sit in the back, and then went to his room, and he's sleeping, and I start shaking him. I'm like, "Hey Rain, you still going?" And then his eyes kind of open for a second. And, "Rain, are you going?" "Hey Rain, I'm going now. I'm leaving now." "Okay." And then I closed his door. So yeah, Rain is our army soldier. So I'm gonna have to ask him, what do they say to get him out of bed in the Army because, you know, shaking him doesn't work. Is it like, we're under attack?
I think you have to like bang like metal garbage cans or something into the room,
or I got to get my trumpet out and I can play the
reveille.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. All right, yeah, we're gonna get back on the trail. So yeah, we went off the trail because Sean has decided to head on over to this little Red Rock area. I say Red Rock area, it's literally a red rock area. And we are part of the Red Rock National Grounds. Not necessarily a forest, unless you count these yucca as a forest. Up ahead, looks like we're gonna go uphill.
Let me get up this hill first, and then follow after I get to the top.
All right.
That looks scary.
Yeah, it does. Oh my gosh. The scary part is going to be coming down. Ooh.
Okay, this is going to be fun. There's a couple of big ones, rocks in the trail here, and then it's a steep down. I'm going to take a look at this, see if we even want to do this one.
All right, I'll wait here.
Scary.
Yeah.
I think we'll be okay, but I might need to spot you here, because there are a couple of high points that I worked around, so not sure your clearance, but if you want to come up here, I'll spot you.
Okay, what about going down on the other side?
It's a little hairy at the beginning, but it's not bad. I think we'll be fine.
Famous last words.
That's why we go one at a time.
All right, I'll head on up. WRVD 238.
Make sure you're in 4.
Hey, stalled.
You might want to back up and maybe go 4 low.
This way?
Put your wheel on that rock in front of you.
Yeah. Ooh.
That was so scary.
Let's get out and take a look. Here we are. We're kind of at this point where we came up a little hairy area. Sean braved it and went first, and then he spotted me coming up, and I had to put it in 4 low. And then now we're going to go down, which going up is one thing, but going down can be scary.
Yeah, the camera probably doesn't look that crazy, but
Yeah.
it's a little steep. But
Yeah, it is pretty steep.
I think it'll be okay.
Okay.
That's why we'll go one at a time.
All right, well, I'll get my radio.
All right, here we go. Heading now. How's it? Actually, I can't even really see up there. How's it?
You look pretty good, because there's this big rock here, but you're clear of it, and then I guess you can veer to the left a little. There you go. I think if you stay there. I think you're good.
I lost the radio. It fell to the bottom, but yeah, that first part was just the part I was most worried about.
All right, coming down.
All right, let me get the longer wheelbase might be a little bit of a problem, but we'll see.
All right, ready?
Yeah, let's go. Looking good. Yeah, looking good. You actually, yep, you got the line. Straight. Perfect.
It was great.
You know, I forgot to mention, I have another camera with us. I have my Canon 70D, which got a little laser damage shooting a concert. So just FYI, for those of you who have cameras and are shooting at concerts with lasers, well, they can and will damage your sensors on your cameras. I lost 3, a GoPro Hero 8, a Canon 60D, and my Canon 70D has minimal damage. I tried to actually replace the sensor on my 60D, but now the camera doesn't power on, so I may have to revisit that. And I'm not sure why the camera stores don't actually repair them, because I have the parts and I could do that, but yeah, they just send it to the manufacturer and then they tell you, oh, we can't fix that. Kind of lame. Anyway, we have the 70D and I'll take some stills with it, even though that it's got some slight sensor damage. You can Photoshop that out. It's just like one little spot here and there. Oh, and look, we also have this. It's the unlicensed Toyota Tacoma. It's the Night Runner RC, and it has the same look as a Toyota Tacoma, 4-door, and yeah, we'll take that on the trail too. Oh, okay, here we go.
Make sure you're in 4 for this upcoming hill. Got it.
Can't even see where the trail is. Down the trail? Oh yeah.
Oh. Oh my god.
All right, Jake, what do you think so far?
It's fun.
It's different, right? Yeah, this is something you don't experience every day. You're outdoors. It's kind of a workout when you're driving. Because I had to crank up the AC. It's 40 degrees outside, but I had to turn on the AC because I'm hot. And part of the reason I have a jacket on. But yeah, you get it gets intense as you're just navigating the terrain, and you work up a sweat. So, and you feel like you're getting an ab workout too, because you're like,
Like a back workout.
Yeah. The funny thing is, as much as you get going outdoors with these off-road adventures, I'm not looking around. I'm just looking at the road, and I'm concentrating so much that I forget, oh wow, there's a bunch of beautiful desert around us, or scenery or something, and I kind of glance every so often. But man, when it's like this, it's just like I have tunnel vision, and I'm just watching where I'm going. All right, so as we're concluding our off-road adventure, it's taking us under the I-15.
Alright, this will connect us to Las Vegas Boulevard here in just a little bit.
Roger that.
Deer in paradise.
Oh.
That's cool. Animals living there.
Huh. Okay, a little tunnel. Uh-oh. I see some dust ahead. That could mean a vehicle coming this way, maybe. Ooh. That's a surprise drop. You're right on the drop. All right. Let's say goodbye to Sean, get the radio. We made it! Oh, that drop?
Yeah. Yeah, got a little scuff on my muffler back there, but that's alright.
All right, so that was Jake's first time off-roading.
Woo, I didn't die.
And we are on Las Vegas Boulevard. A lot very south of Las Vegas Boulevard. We said our goodbyes to Sean and Ruby Blue, his Jeep Rubicon. You can watch Sean's YouTube channel, 4x4 Vegan. We hope you enjoyed today's off-road adventure. I'm Gene Sugano with Jake Cordillion, my son. Thanks for watching Sugano Pro. Click that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.